Hello, I am Nika Harper. I am an author and I wrote a short story which I would like to read right now. It is called To the Princess Whom It May Concern. So defending the tower didn't go so well. I know that, we all know that. It wasn't as bad as it sounded, though. The thing about the cats was an outright lie. There were no cats there. I'd have seen them. I was right there. The castle storming was a disaster, but I'd like to remind you, I wasn't the only dragon there, and I stuck to the book. It was training, anyway. Everyone else should have known what they were doing, and I wasn't the only one who didn't save the day, in a manner of speaking. It was not listed on the printout, and storming a castle for the first time is very nerve-wracking. I don't know how I almost failed flying class. Since I was injured, I should have been excused until next session. Seriously, I had a doctor's note and everything. Nor did they accept my request for special assistance with flame breathing. Asthma runs strong in my family, back to my great-great-uncle Drake Cornelius, who was a noted scholar in his time. They have a statue of him and everything, really, they do. And who didn't tell him they had to be in a closed-off, pent-up area with a bunch of hooligans who can't control their own breath while the room fills up with smoke? I could die in there. Are private lessons really so hard to accommodate when it's a matter of life and death? Gold has never been my color either. I'm more one for gems and precious stones. They're much less heavy to carry and store, for one thing. In fact, in my spare time, I've grown quite skilled at my own stained glass portraits. I don't like to brag about it, but, the cathedral that they're building across the mountains has already requested 8 panels of my new work. And they could ask anybody, everyone's talking about the project. I have plans to make you a portrait for your birthday. No, don't object. I'm just holding out for the right color yellow for your hair. Suffice to say, you can hoard gold, or you can make something beautiful. That's the choice we dragons have to make. Plus, I refused to go gold collecting without a fanny pack, and they said that that was against the rules. Really? Like, how do you transport it all, though? It's ridiculous. I'm not going to stuff gold in my cheeks like some kind of draconic squirrel. So you're not in bad hands. I'm just confused as to why we're even here. I didn't sign up for it. And then they go saying, well, it's your duty, but I don't consider it any better than conscription. I'm supposed to fend off suitors to a princess? I beg your pardon, miss, but I don't think that's in my skill set. Did anyone ask you if it was what you wanted? We're in this together, I see, but your half of the bargain doesn't mean a possibility of death, and oh no, I'm not stepping into a shallow grave just to see you die a pretty virgin. I'm not about to help, really. I did mention that I'm quite busy with my artisan crafting business, but you can rest assured that I will impede as little as necessary if you want to find a nice bow and just get on with it. I don't consider murder very romantic in either direction, so we'll just let you make your decisions on your own merit. But if you need someone to talk to, my opinions do hold weight in the happily ever after department, I assure you. I've seen my fair share of happy, if slightly arranged, marriages. You don't go trampling castles without loading up on gossip about unhappy couples, let me tell you. The sleeping arrangements of some of those lordships, really, I do hate to pass judgment, but it must be said... Oh, well, yeah, well, then good night, then, princess. To our future partnership in the middle of nowhere. Yes? Indeed. It was a pleasure to meet you at last. I'll just find myself a room downstairs, shall I? When I heard the prompts, things could have been worse, and clumsy dragon sent into my next wordplay show, I knew that I had to make something about it, and it's been a while since I've sort of made anything that was quirky and comedic, so I really liked the way that that one turned out. So thank you so much for listening. I'm really, really glad that you're a part of it. Let me know what you think. I'm on all over the social medias at Nika Harper and Facebook and things like that. Of course, you can also read along with this and other stories that I make on my Tumblr, which is nikaharper.tumblr.com, and this video is thanks very much to the people who support me on Patreon, and I really couldn't have done this without your help. So thank you, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed.